As tensions between the U.S. and Russia heat up over Syria, many major U.S. media institutions have embraced a pro-war narrative to justify the use of American military force against the sovereign nation of Syria, and by extension, risking a direct confrontation with Russia. A recent article from Fairness and Accuracy in Reporting, titled "Major Papers Urge Trump to Kill Syrians, Risk World War III," warns of the dangers of such disinformation. To discuss this further, we're now joined by New York University Media Studies professor Mark Crispin Miller. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mark. Now, what do you make of the U.S. press coverage of the current crisis over Syria, and do you think the press is performing its constitutional duty?
Well, I think that the work of the U.S. press is, as journalism, garbage. But as propaganda, it's classic. It's amazing. It's breathtaking, really. The unanimity of the narrative, the fact that all of our major media and many outlets on the left have, embraced this story that now Assad has committed his third act of, chemical poisoning of his own people. This is something you cannot escape. And I have a feeling that one of the reasons why the European leaders are being more cautious than the leadership here is that the press in those countries has probably been more measured and given more of a hearing to dissident voices than here. Here, we see the same story repeatedly, over and over again, and we see the same things censored, the same information left out. Most Americans don't know that the Red Crescent has, found no sign that anyone was chemically poisoned in Duma. Of course, the Russian Ministry of Defense has done the soil samples and found no trace of chemical agents. They have found no corpses. Most Americans don't know that the former British ambassador to Syria has expressed strong doubts to BBC Scotland that Syria had anything to do with this attack, assuming an attack even took place. Most Americans don't know that the first two chemical attacks by Syria in 2013 and 2017 were both definitively debunked by America's leading investigative journalist, Seymour Hersh, who couldn't even get his articles published in this country. So what we're seeing here is a kind of a grotesque rush to judgment, which could, as Michael Maloof said a moment ago to you, have catastrophic consequences.
Mark, do you see any similarities with the way the U.S. media reported the alleged weapons of mass destruction in Iraq with the way they are currently reporting the allegations of chemical attacks in Syria?
Yeah, I think it's very much the same, with the difference being that left outlets in 2003 were more skeptical than they're being now. It's interesting to compare the British and American press coverage leading up to the invasion of Iraq, and to compare the numbers of people in both countries who think that Saddam Hussein had something to do with 9/11. The vast majority of Americans absorbed that propaganda meme from the American press. The numbers of British people who believe that Saddam was behind 9/11 is considerably lower. And that's because the British coverage was more nuanced, more skeptical, and more diverse.
Mark, I'm sure you're aware, RT, it's regularly accused of promoting Russian propaganda, but the U.S. government, by the U.S. government. But how would you describe the way the U.S. media promotes their own government claims without question to the American people?
Well, I would say that the American press does a more efficient job of propagandizing its people than RT could ever do, because RT's connection to the Russian government is explicit. It is Russia Today. I mean, it's like Voice of America in the United States or the BBC. We know about the state connection. What makes the American propaganda so much more compelling and persuasive to countless Americans, especially the best educated ones, is the myth that we have a free press and that there is no connection between the state and these corporate outlets. In fact, as we've known, or some of us have known since the 70s, the relationship between the CIA and our major media is a close one. There is, much more between those two entities than there should be, far more than people know. And so our outlets actually function as propaganda outlets of the most effective kind.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. That's New York University Media Studies professor Mark Crispin Miller. Thank you so much for your time.